Well, just like last week against the Ravens, the Browns have to find a way. Remember, they were without Deshaun Watson for a huge chunk of the season where everything was on the defense. It seemed to be Coach Stefanski, which I'm calling him David Copperfield now. He has to continue to pull a rabbit out of a hat to figure out who's going to be the quarterback. And everybody likens this team to the Ravens when they won the Super Bowl with that awesome defense, Ray Lewis, and then Trent Dilfer was the quarterback. So they're saying, hey, all we have to do is not turn the ball over on offense, and that gives our team the best opportunity to win. But in the AFC North, in this division, we have to do more, and they just have to find a way.
Are you confident in DTR and possibly PJ Walker to actually get that done? Exactly what you were saying about being the guy who doesn't turn the ball over and just lets the defense do their thing.
So for me, I'm no longer a player. I'm a fan just like everybody else. I rely on action, on stats. As of now, I don't have confidence in DTR until he goes out there and proves it. He has a great opportunity to redeem himself in the eyes of his fan base and the eyes of his teammates. His teammates are charged to believe in him wholeheartedly and go out there and win, but the fans are not. So I have faith in the Browns team that they can get the job done. So if we can, put it all off of DTR hands to say, I don't just believe in DTR, I believe in the team, because it's going to take more than DTR. Even if he just simply hands the ball off every single play, it's going to be up to the team to dictate how this game goes, as well as Coach Kevin Stefanski. Anybody can win or lose in the National Football League. It is not likely. It's not very likely, because that's why we got Deshaun Watson and we let go of Baker Mayfield. Only 1 year removed from a playoff berth, which Baker Mayfield helped us win. We saw the ceiling for Baker Mayfield. We felt as a team and honestly as a fan base, this is not the guy to go out there and beat a Joe Burrow on a consistent basis, even though he has. This is not the guy to beat a Lamar Jackson on a consistent basis. And this is not the guy to go out there and beat whatever Steelers quarterback they produce in our own division, especially Josh Allen. And then when you have Patrick Mahomes, these are the quarterbacks. These are the guys you got to defend and beat to become a Super Bowl champion. So we went out there and got what we believe to be a Super Bowl contending quarterback. And he's no longer available. So can we get it done? I believe anybody can win or lose in the National Football League. I have belief. I'm biased, like I think you are, because you're a Browns fan. Hey, we're biased. But after what I saw last weekend, I believe they can do it all. And like that old quote from Jurassic Park, when they said life finds a way, they just got to find a way. And that's what they did last week. So I'm very close to the team. I interview a lot of players. On my podcast, The Return on Big Play Network, we just talked to Greg Newsome. It was his first pick last week, and he was thankful that his pick was meaningful. He didn't want to have his first pick be when they were leading 30-0, like the week before against the Cardinals. So he had a meaningful pick 6 for his first interception. And I got some great knowledge, great intel from Greg. He said, a lot of times when the offense or anybody has a problem, they stay locked in. They don't flinch as a defense. They kind of seal themselves off as a defense in their bubble. And you might see them during games laughing and still keeping that camaraderie. That's what they're forced to do, to allow everyone to see that it's business as usual. We're not panicking. We're not flinching. We're going to go out there and handle business. This is from the words of Greg Newsome. So I do talk to those guys on a regular. They're locked in. Because Deshaun Watson isn't playing anymore, because he hurt. I don't want people to have that low-hanging fruit to demean him, because there's a lot of people that didn't want him to succeed. Because of everything going on around him and circling him, a lot of people was relating the off-the-field issues with his on-the-field talent. He balled out for this team. He even tried to get shot up in his arm just so he can push forward for this Browns. And because of that, because he wears a brown uniform, and because he put his heart and soul out there, I commend him for it, because without him, we don't win last week. And I don't want fans and NFL fans to grab that low-hanging fruit to try to pile on this guy, this athlete, because he's injured. That's not fair. That's low-hanging fruit, low vibration. And I urge fans to, he's hurt, stay away from that. He balled out, and it's just unfortunate that he got injured, but that's the NFL. It's not if you're going to get injured, it's when you get injured. So shout out to Deshaun Watson for being that, little hope for a week. We felt like we were there, but now his team will carry the torch. His team and the fan base will take it from here. We always talk about the 230. We had to pay that to get a guy like that to come to Cleveland.
Right.
He wasn't going to come. And if we didn't do it, we could just kiss the playoff, the Super Bowl contention out of the window. We possibly, the ceiling for the Browns would just be, in my opinion, playoffs.
Right.
But in my opinion, no way do we compete for a Super Bowl. And that's what the 230 million, that's what we got to keep in our head. That's what that is. And we still have him for 5 years, for another 3 years after that. And I think he's capable to breaking that ceiling. So hopefully we can get him back next year.